Good morning.
Oh, yeah.
Good. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Checking in, counselor?
Yes, John McWilliams for Mr. Hicks.
How you doing?
Okay, hold on a second, sir.
Oh, that's Marquise Hicks.
That's correct.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. This is Sinclair checking in. I'm Brian Farmer.
Good morning. All right.
Good morning.
Thank you, boy. Good morning, good morning.
Anyone else checking in? Attorney?
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Attorney Jeanette Williams White checking in on on Gregory Brown.
Gregory Brand.
Gregory Brown.
That's our 9 o'clock exam.
What am I doing?
Except for exam.
Jerome, you're
I'm
up.
sorry, there's so much noise in the background.
Everybody else put your systems on hold, please. It's set for in-person exam at 9 o'clock.
Your Honor, this was
Morning,
supposed to be
Jerome,
a
you're
Zoom exam by my record.
Everyone else, put your systems on mute until your case is called, please. It's set for exam, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor, I had it set for a Zoom exam.
Yeah, today's the 8th. Well, this the one that's adjourned. It doesn't say Zoom.
Right now, it's set for in-person.
Your Honor, I am an hour away. You want to give me another date or a later time?
No. Well, you have to be on Zoom. Your client's supposed to be here in person, though.
I spoke with him on yesterday, so he should be chiming in a moment so I can call him and get him there.
Okay.
Okay, I will get in touch with my client and get him there, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Who's next checking in?
Yes,
Good morning, Kitty. I have this is Attorney Polk. I have a individual that capious on a date of an exam.
Okay. You have the case number?
Yes, ma'am. It's 20-055-494-01.
Wheeler is the last name?
Yes, ma'am.
Is he on?
I can't, let me see. If not, I'll have him on. He should be on. I told him 8:15.
Okay, he's not on right now.
All right,
Who else?
Yes, good morning, Madam Clerk. This is Attorney Gerald Ferry. I'm on Mr. Jerome Euro. It's going to be a waiver exam, and he should be on.
How you guys doing?
Good morning. This is Joseph Alex. I'm here on Kwame Morris Brown. I haven't had any contact with him for, I'm here for a PCC. Do you know if he's checked in?
As of right now, no.
I see an M Brown on the screen. I don't know if that's him or not.
Jerome, you're up. Yes, sir.
Is that him?
Yes, sir. Jerome, you're up.
No, that's my client.
No, that's not him. Anyone, any other attorney need to check in?
Good morning, Jerome, you're up. I just
This attorney, sir.
Just wait for your attorney, sir.
Wait for your attorney in case we call. All right?
Okay.
Mr. Wheeler has signed on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Other attorney needs to check in.
Hello.
Push the system on mute, please. Wait for your
All right.
well, take your stocking cap off and go put on a shirt. Mr. Wheeler,
Yes.
go put on a shirt.
All right.
With the collar. Please. Shirt with the collar.
Oh, I don't have any of them.
Okay, well, I got one here for you. They give it to you in Wayne County Jail.
I'm about to follow them.
Yeah.
4901.
Hey, give me a collar shirt. Collar shirt.
Put your system on mute, please.
It should be like extra. All right. Mr. McWilliams,
Yes, right here.
you know you have co-counsel, so we have to wait for your co-counsel.
Right. That's the three bagger, isn't it?
No, it's two, so it's just one more. It's Mr. McRipley.
Oh, okay. Well, suppose I'll be a while. I'm standing by.
Okay, thank you. All right, we ready on Farmer? Oh, are we ready?
Ready?
Ready, Tim?
Ready?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it is a code, look.
Where's the code?
Right here. Hicks. Hicks is with T. It should be McRipley, because he has a third case. He has another case.
That's for this one.
Right. Calling case number 2057954, the people of the state of Michigan versus Brian Farmer. The defendant is charged with count 1, home invasion first degree, count 2, assault with intent to murder, count 3, assault with intent to do great bodily harm, less than murder or by strangulation, count 4, assault or assault and battery. Habitual offender for notice. This matter is here on emergency bond motion.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Stoloff on behalf of people, PA 3358.
Well, good morning, Judge. I'm Christopher Sinclair, P80512, appearing with it on behalf of Mr. Farmer. He's present on the screen, but he just sent me a text message saying that he can't hear. The video, it says 36th District Court. So does the court want me to maybe call him on speakerphone to get him into the hearing?
Yeah, he has to be able to participate if necessary.
Okay. All right, I'm calling now. Hey, Mr. Farmer, we're on the record. I have you on speakerphone. We're live on YouTube. The judge can hear you and everybody can hear you. So if you can state your name, please. Okay. And can the court hear, Mr. Farmer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Barely, but we can hear him.
All right, I'm turning up all the volumes here. All right, I'm ready when the court's ready.
All right, give me 1 second, I gotta read this motion.
Okay.
Madam Clerk,
Hold on, we're in the hearing.
I'm sorry, thank you.
All right.
Oh,
Anything other than what's in your, the people's motion?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Anything else you want to add that is not in your motion?
Aside from, I don't believe, I don't know if Your Honor has a copy of the picture that was provided. I provided the color picture this morning. That's a picture that was taken by the victim, which that picture was taken at the location of Puritan and Rutherford, which is the block where the victim lives.
I have it.
Thank you, Your Honor. I also do have the victim on standby. I did call him last Friday to state that he may need to appear by Zoom. If you would like him on, I can give him a call and have him appear.
You gotta be on.
There you go.
McWilliams and McRipley are present.
All right, thank you. I'll recall this once it gets on.
you say you want to record it?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna recall it once it gets on.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, Claire, we're gonna have to recall it in a few minutes.
All right, yes, sir.
Ready on Jerome Yarrell?
Yes, we're ready.
Calling case number 2155987, the people of the state of Michigan versus Jerome Yarrell. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed, count 2, police officer assaulting, resisting, obstructing. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Stoll on behalf of the people, P8335.
And good morning, Your Honor. Gerald Ferry, P44630, on behalf of Jerome Urel, who is participating via Zoom. Mr. Urel, could you please state your name for the record?
Hey, how you guys doing? Jerome Urel.
And Your Honor, we consent to this matter being conducted via Zoom. We waive our presence in the courtroom. Mr. Urel is prepared, Your Honor, to waive his rights to the preliminary examination. He's asking that this matter be bound over.
No objections from the people, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Urell, you understand that you have a statutory right to preliminary exam where the state must show by probable cause that a crime was committed and probable cause that you had something to do with committing that crime. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything or threatened you in any way to get you to waive your right to preliminary exam?
No, sir.
You waive your right freely and voluntarily after having an opportunity to talk to your attorney about it.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any objection to the court signing your name to the waiver form and initialing off?
No, sir.
And Mr. Perry, do you have any objection to the court signing your name to the waiver form and initialing off?
No, Your Honor.
No, sir.
All right, court will find you freely and voluntarily waive your right to preliminary exam. Matter is bound over to Wayne County Circuit Court Criminal Division for arraignment on the information, which will be March 22nd, 21 at 9:00 a.m. Bonds continued.
Thank you, Judge. Mr.
Thank
Urell,
you.
you can hang up.
Thank you.
Any other attorney need to check in?
Yes, good morning, Madam Clerk. This is Attorney Shabazz. I have a preliminary examination scheduled for 12 o'clock. I am checking in so that I may address the court when possible.
Okay, who else is checking in?
I'm the second number that I have.
All right, nobody else. We ready on Hicks and T?
Ready, McWilliams for Hicks.
Yeah, I'm ready on T.
Calling case number 2156149, the people of the state of Michigan versus Marquise Hicks. Defendant is charged with count 1, carjacking, count 2, robbery armed, count 3, stolen property, receiving and concealing motor vehicle. The people of the state of Michigan versus Darnell T. Defendant number 2 is charged with count 1, carjacking, count 2, robbery armed, count 3, stolen property, receiving and concealing motor vehicle. Also calling case number 2062732, the people of the state of Michigan versus Darnell T. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. These matters are scheduled for probable cause conferences.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Soloff on behalf of the people, PA 3358.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney John McWilliams. P.
I called
1715.
two files that were from Judge.
Good morning, Judge Giles G. Whitney Mac Ripley on behalf of Mr. Teague on both cases.
Waive my client's presence, Your Honor, for the purpose of this probable cause conference studying the preliminary exam.
Same here.
The one that's in your hand, Judge. This one. This one's ours, the older case. We already set it for exam for, I think it's April.
Okay.
I think it's April 5th.
All right, so a court will waive their appearance for the purpose of today's hearing. You said both are incarcerated, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor, for Mr. Hicks.
Yes.
All right. We set these matters for exam.
That's
Yes.
just fine, Judge.
Yes.
1 week from today would be good. I have not had discovery yet, but hopefully the prosecutor will see if I get it. in time.
Well, I would love to do 1 week from today. Unfortunately, we got 7 months of backlog cases.
All right.
And regarding discovery, I do know that the case was recently transferred from Judge Archer. I do not have the file yet, so once I get that from my colleague, I will send discovery out if it's not already done.
Thank you.
And I just got appointed Fridays. I don't have anything as well.
Mr. Ripley, you should have received discovery on the carrying concealed weapon charge.
Yeah, I got that.
Parties available April 22nd at 12:30.
Yes, Judge. What time was that? 8:30, Judge?
No, 12:30.
Oh, 12:30.
12:30. Mr.
Yes,
McRae?
yes, it'll be fine.
That'll be fine, Judge.
Can I get a DSU referral on my client, Aaron?
Sure. How many, oh, you don't have a file.
For the carjacking, I do not. For the CCW, there should be one.
For Mr. Hicks, if you would mark the file, maybe in the meantime, we could get a defendant screening unit report on him before then.
All right, I'll order DSUs on both.
Thank you.
All right, anything else?
No,
So,
sir.
yeah,
All right, thank you.
Thank
have a
you.
good day.
Have a good day. Talk to you
Take care.
later. Bye.
Yeah.
Right.
I would allow me to come one more time, and then he does not recognize myself. Multiple calls, so- Um,
Yeah. Yeah, we want that one too. But we have the older case for T. It's not a. Okay. Okay, my officer, she went down to see if we had it, she didn't make it down there yet. Oh. Okay, yeah, she said she was on the trying to see if we had it. Oh, no, she just. Waiting on you, no? We ready on Kwame Morris Brown?
Ready.
Calling case number 2155974, the people of the state of Michigan versus Kwame Morris Brown Jr. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Stoll on behalf of the people, PA 3358.
Good morning, Your Honor. Joseph Alex, appearing on behalf of Mr. Morris Brown. Your Honor, I sent a letter to Mr. Brown, made numerous phone calls to the number on the record, left messages. I've had no contact with him whatsoever.
All right, well, it's set for PCC, so. Yeah, I'll waive his appearance for the day's hearing. You can try to locate him. We'll set this matter for a preliminary exam.
I'll wait later, so we do that for now.
June 10th at 12 noon.
That's fine, Your Honor. Will that be Zoom or scheduled?
In person.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Huh?
What time did you say, guys?
12 noon,
Thank you.
June 10th.
Is there, planning on yet, Matt?
Not yet.
No.
I get my call. And we are on standby to reply to my email on Friday.
Okay, I just want to make sure before I call another.
Madam Clerk, may I have your email address so that I may send you something for the court?
ORQUIDIAL@36districtcourt.org.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Maybe you got the time mixed up.
For this case.
I'll double check. No, it says 2:45.
In person. Oh, you might have got it. That's police. Yeah, you know. I tell them to go anywhere.
Because let me know if Robert.
Come early.
That could be it.
That's the only thing.
That's what I'm thinking too, you know, so that's why I tell them to go anywhere.
Yeah, I hope so.
Me too, right?
All there's a name on it. How long does that phone? Does it say Galaxy, whatever?
I do know that he's an older individual.
Hey, what case was that? What case was that we just did?
All right, not yet.
The one we just did was,
Morris Brown?
Maine Morris Brown.
Okay.
His name is hyphenated. We ready on, Wheeler? Is Mr. Polk still on?
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Hey, let me call you right back.
Is your client on?
Yes, he is.
Calling case number 2055494, the people of the state of Michigan versus Makari Wheeler. Defendant is charged with robbery unarmed. This matter is here on a warrant hearing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Stoloff on behalf of the people, PA 3358.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Larry Polk on behalf of Makari Wheeler, who is present by way of Zoom, gives his permission and consent to have this hearing by Zoom. Mr. Wheeler, state your name for the record, please.
Makari Wheeler.
Mr. Wheeler, you gotta adjust your camera so I can see you. Right now, I can see, all I'm getting is glare from the window behind you. If you turn on the light or something.
Can you see me now?
Yeah, move the camera up to the top of your head.
Oh.
Thank you.
So Judge, first of all, I'm asking that the warrant be recalled on this particular case. Mr. Wheeler contacted me and immediately I made it clear to him that there had been a hearing a matter scheduled for a preliminary exam on January 20th, 2021. And at that time, Mr. Willard didn't appear. As soon as he contacted me, we're here, Judge, asking for the warrant to be recalled and asking the court to consider setting this for a preliminary exam.
I'll recall the warrant for it. Well, one thing, Mr. Will, I don't do sweats in my courtroom. You understand?
No, I thought you said just a collar shirt. I got another collar shirt.
I don't do sweats, I don't do t-shirts, I don't do none of that. You dress for my court. If you can't dress for my court, then I dress you. And I already told you that, right?
Yeah, I know. I thought I just needed any collar shirt. I can put on a different one, Your Honor.
I'm just letting you know now. I only had a conversation once, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, why wasn't your client here when he was supposed to be?
Well, Judge, he has another matter, and that matter, I believe, was set out in, I want to say it's set for sometime in June. He thought both matters were at the same time. But I don't represent him on that other matter.
You wish to be heard?
For discussion, Your Honor.
All right, June 14th at 12:15. Is that good?
That's good for me, Judge, I'm pretty sure. Let me just check my calendar. I don't want to speak and then have a problem.
Okay.
June 14th, 12:15 is a great day.
Okay. All right, the court will reinstate the original bond.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Gotta make sure you're here, Mr. Willer.
Okay.
You know, I won't do it a second time, all right?
All right.
And Judge, I guess while we're on the record, let me just make sure. Mr. Wheeler, you want an in-person preliminary exam where the parties are in the court? Or Judge, is that the only thing that they're setting now?
That's basically what I'm setting. I'll set it for Zoom if there's a reason to.
Oh, okay.
You know, but otherwise I'm setting in person.
All right, that's fine. The 14th is a good day then.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much, Judge. I appreciate your consideration.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
You and staff have a good day.
Oh, okay.
You too.
Katie, can I get a copy of the ROA for that case?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think it's client still there.
Mr. Willard, we're all done with you, sir.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
Good. So we do need to approve here by Zoom. If you my number that I sent you?
Yeah, pretty much.
I like it.
Mr. Parker, who you on?
Good morning. I have Brandon Crane. He's scheduled for a preliminary examination. We would like to waive that matter.
right now. If you have time.
Brandon Crane. Okay, is your client on?
I believe so. That you, Mr. Crane and Galaxy A10E? Yes.
Okay. Is Justina still on?
Yes, I'm still on.
Oh, okay. Do you need me to call the case or is something you just need to address?
I'll need you to call the case, but I'm trying to send this email over to you so that the court may have it as their for reference while I'm addressing this matter.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do a waiver while you're doing that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Ready on Crane?
Ready.
Calling case number 2058448, the people of the state of Michigan versus Brandon Crane. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Stoll on behalf of people, P83358.
Good morning. NDS Detroit by James Parker on behalf of Mr. Brandon Crane, P53832.
Mr. Parker, state your name for the record, please.
Mr. Crane, can you state your record?
I'm sorry, Mr. Crane.
Brandon Crane.
Thank you, sir. Mr.
Your
Parker.
Honor, Your Honor, today's the time and date set for a preliminary examination. We had opportunity to go over the facts of the case, and after doing so, we'd like to waive our preliminary examination.
That was very Your Honor.
Mr. Crane, you understand that you have a statutory right to a preliminary exam where the state must show by probable cause the crime was committed, and probable cause you had something to do with committing that crime. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone promised you anything or threatened you in any way to get you to waive your right to preliminary exam?
No, Your Honor.
You're waiving your right freely and voluntarily after having opportunity to talk to your attorney about it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objection to the court signing your name to the waiver form and initialing off?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Parker, do you have any objection to the court signing your name to the waiver form and initialing off?
No, Your Honor.
All right, court will find that you freely and voluntarily waive your right to preliminary exam as bound over the Wayne County Circuit Court Criminal Division for arraignment on the information, which will be March 22nd, 2021 at 9:00 a.m. And Bob, continue.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. We're finished, Mr. Crane. I'll call you. You can leave the meeting now. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, I did speak to my victim. He should be logging on. If he's not already logged on now.
Okay, what's the name?
Robert Weevil.
Weevil, he's on.
Thank you.
All right, we can go back to,
Brian Farmer?
yeah, that's it.
Recalling case number 2057954, the people of the state of Michigan versus Brian Farmer. Defendant is charged with count 1, home invasion first degree, count 2, assault with intent to murder, count 3, assault with intent to do great bodily harm, less than murder or by strangulation, count 4, assault or assault and battery. Habitual offender for notice. This matter is scheduled for emergency bond motion.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Stoll on behalf of the people, P83358.
And good morning, Judge. I'm Christopher Sinclair on behalf of Mr. Farmer. His video is on the screen, and I have him on speakerphone on my cell phone here. Mr. Farmer, can you verify that you're present?
Yes, I'm present. Brian Farmer.
Okay.
No, he got it too. 45 next to it. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Okay. Michelle?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes.
Mr. Weevil, can you hear us?
Mr. Lilo. You state your name, please, for your record. I can call you.
Are you looking to hear us?
Mr. Sinclair, can you tell your client to turn the light on wherever he is?
Okay. Mr. Farmer, is there a light near you that you can turn on, or can you get your lighting a little bit better so we can see your face?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, she.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Legal, I think you're on mute.
Okay.
Okay, this is not working. Can we do this in person tomorrow morning? Are you available, Mr. Sinclair?
Yes, sir. I'll be in front of you, Judge, tomorrow at 9 for an in-person exam. So I guess I can come in at 8:30 instead of 9 for this.
Okay, I appreciate it.
No problem. Mr. Farmer, does that work for you tomorrow morning at 8:30?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Mr. Legal, if you can hear me and if that time works for you to come down in person, can you just hold up your hand with the number 1? And if I could just give them a call and bring her tomorrow, be available for him to come down.
Fine.
Okay.
Or Judge, also another option is I'll be in front of you today at 3:30 for an exam. I don't know how everybody else's schedule looks, but I'll be, like I said, I'll be downtown at 3:30.
Okay.
You got the case number. Mhm. No, we have to turn the second into the. As early as possible, because they have to process.
All right, we're doing it tomorrow morning, 8:30. Tell him he needs to be here. All right. Fran has a 3:30. You said you are gonna be ready or not gonna be ready?
Not gonna be ready, Your Honor. Let me just confirm which exam that is, because I do have one that will be available.
LaWanda Brown.
Yeah. Mhm.
I will not be ready on that one, Your Honor.
Okay, can you get your clients to come on Zoom on the 3:30 case?
Okay. If you can just give me a few minutes, I'll try to get it on the line.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. See you soon.
Okay, I'll ask the judge. Okay, so this is coming back tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, in person.
Okay.
And Madam Clerk, did you receive the email? I just want to make sure I have the right address.
I don't know, I haven't checked yet. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Judge, we have, Mario Estes that's scheduled for 2:45 for exam on our docket. He has a case in front of Judge King at 10:45 for exam. We have the older case. I don't know why the attorney didn't say he had two cases before they went for exam.
What is King gonna hold it or is he gonna do it?
I don't know, the clerk called me and she's trying to get in touch with the attorney.
Okay. Okay, so I'll.
More like our 2:30, 2:45 is dismissed.
Tomorrow morning, okay,
I don't know, and then that's at 10:45.
Yeah. So we'll wait and see what happens with it.
Like the same kind of case.
Huh?
Like the same kind of case, right? Just-
Yeah, they both CCW.
Hey, Kitty.
so any other day?
This is,
Okay.
that's for, Matthew.
And just so I can provide a brief explanation.
All right, this is.
May I ask a question? Do you have a moment?
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, yeah, I was just informed by Tammy, Judge Archer's clerk, that William Arnold was reassigned to this courtroom.
Yes, she just called me. Hold on, give me a minute. Bye.
Okay. Yeah, okay, thank you. That'll be sufficient. I'll be on the line. I'm just gonna.
Ms. Shabazz, you want me to print all this stuff?
No, you don't have to, well, you don't have to actually print it. I would actually just say maybe the aftercare. I just wanted to be able to reference it and in case the court needed to know what I was speaking about.
Well, I gotta print it if he needs to see it.
Give me 1 second, please. Can you just print the last email that I sent over to you, and it's only 3 papers?
I already printed them.
Great, thank you.
I think I printed them.
Is available any other time this week and moving forward.
Okay.
I think I missed one. I don't know which one.
We're gonna have to hold on. Mr. Claire's not on, his client is not on anymore.
How you doing today? They starting out kind of not together.
Yeah.
Oh, this one won't print. Let's try it this way. Oh, maybe I'll print this one. Okay. All right.
Damn. I mean, excuse me. Now you can hear me.
Mr. O,
Okay, thank you.
Mr. T.
Yes, Tammy?
Is a third defendant on there.
Huh?
He's a third defendant
On what?
on T and Hicks. I didn't know it was a third defendant. So he's on, Mr. O was on the third, yeah, Mr. Arnold.
I was on the work with the as well.
Yeah, I had no idea until the file was brought up.
Your Honor, we would troubleshoot,
I beg your pardon?
I believe we have troubleshooted and fixed Mr. Legal's audio problems on the.
All right.
Mr. Sinclair, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Sinclair, okay, Mr. Levo, just wait, hold on. Mr. Sinclair, I need to get your client back on. Mr. Levo fixed his,
I'm here. I'm still here.
Okay.
I understand, sir, just hold on, please.
Yes, sir.
All right, 1 second, please.
Mr. Sinclair, can you get your client back on? We can go ahead and do the hearing now.
All right, let me call him now.
All right, thank you.
No problem. All right, Judge, we're back.
Wait, man.
Oh, look, you're on the phone. You want the video back as well?
Recalling case number 2057954, the people of the state of Michigan versus Brian Farmer. Defendant is charged with count 1, home invasion first degree, count 2, assault with intent to murder, count 3, assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder or by strangulation, count 4, assault or assault and battery, habitual offender for notice. This matter is scheduled for emergency bond motion.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Stoll, on behalf of the people, PA 3358.
And good morning, Judge. I'm Christopher Sinclair, appearing on behalf of Mr. Farmer. Mr. Farmer, can you confirm your presence for the record?
All right, Mr. Sinclair, you do have a copy of their motion?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Level, need to raise your right hand.
Yes. Hold on.
Do you
Yes,
swear do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. Would you please state your name for the record? Mr. Legal, would you please state your name for the record?
You can put your hand down.
Mr. Legal, you can put your hand up.
Robert Lavelle.
This ain't gonna work.
Okay, Your Honor. If that's the case, you did state that.
Robert Lavelle.
Judge, sorry to interrupt, but a suggestion: if the person turns off his video, it might help with his bandwidth. He might not come through as robotic.
All right, okay. You can try to turn off your video, Mr. Levo.
It makes it kind of hard. Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
We can hear you, thank you.
Can you please state your name for the record?
Robert Lavelle.
And Mr. Lavelle, on February 17th, did you see the defendant on the case that you are currently the victim of, did you see that individual on the street in which you reside?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
And is that area near your home?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
And approximately how far away was he from you when you saw him on that time?
About a block.
And did you take a picture of him?
I'm sorry, repeat that, please.
Did you take a picture of him?
Yes, I did.
And Your Honor, let the record reflect that, or Your Honor, the people have provided a copy of that picture to both the court and their defense.
We have a copy of the picture. Defense has a copy of the picture.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And Mr. Legal, have you ever seen the defendant in that area? Well, let me ask you this. Did you know that on July 8th, that the defendant was released with a new lowered bond?
Yes, I did know that.
And from July 8th to the present, have you seen the defendant in the area of your home on more than one occasion?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did see him coming out of the next door to the house. Yes, I did see him. Yes, I can't recall the date right now, but yes, I did. As a matter of fact, it was in December.
Thank you. And Mr. Legal, are you afraid of the defendant and being in close proximity to him?
Yes, I am, Your Honor. I have
Breaking up again.
my own home because I have a hard time with this. Yes, Your Honor, I'm having a hard time with this. Yes, I do feel threatened. I can't go to my own home.
We can't understand anything you're saying at this point. Okay, hold on.
Sit down on the street.
Hold on, please.
I'm just really nervous.
Hold
Your Honor.
on, please.
Yeah.
Stop talking.
Yeah.
Yes or no question?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Legal, did you feel threatened at these times?
Yes.
And do you feel threatened that he still has been maybe making continuous contact with you?
Yeah.
Oh, he hasn't said that. He hasn't said anything about making contact. He said he saw him in
I repeat it.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last question.
What is, one second, what is next door to you? He said he's coming out next door. What is next door?
Next door is the his mother's house is right next door, and his mother's deceased. So he's coming in and out of the home, which was, from my understanding, that he was not to go to that home because I stay right there next door. That was the stipulation from my understanding of the tether, that he was to have no contact or to come to that house.
That is the premise of our motion.
All right, you got any questions, Mr. Sinclair?
Yes, sir. Mr. Level, do you live at the location on Rutherford Street?
Yes.
Okay. The picture that was submitted to the prosecutor, where was that picture taken?
It was taken at the corner.
At the corner of what street?
Rutherford, and he was on Rutherford and Puritan, right at the intersection.
So the house that you own is located south of Puritan, yes?
Yes, the house where I live. Yes.
Okay.
It's going to be that would be Puritan. It would be going south. Yes. South on Rutherford.
Okay, so on Rutherford, southbound of, south of Puritan, which runs east and west, right?
I'm on Rutherford. Rutherford runs, Puritan runs east and west. Rutherford runs north and south.
Right. So what I'm asking,
south of Puritan. I'm sorry.
Okay, your audio broke up. You said, I'm just trying to make the questions as straightforward as possible. Your house is located south of Puritan, yes?
Yes.
Okay. You're saying you saw Mr. Farmer at his house on, was that the February 17th date?
No, not at his house. He was at the corner. But on the February date, yes.
Okay. And when he was
And hold it. That was on the 20. No, that was the 17th.
okay, so he was just sitting in the car, right?
And he was sitting in the car. Yes.
Did nothing else he was doing, just sitting in the car.
Well, I could see him looking down the street, but yes,
Okay,
he was sitting in the.
Okay, just sitting in the car looking down the street. That's all.
Yes.
Okay, and Judge, I don't have any more questions. I'm ready for argument.
Your Honor, this time people would request an increase in the defendant's bond. We heard testimony that the victim observed the defendant at the corner of the street in which he lives, that the store home is the home of the defendant's mother, who is now deceased. The argument is based on the premise that Mr. Farmer is not allowed to return to that home. He should not be going anywhere near the defendant or anywhere near the victim or his home. We also heard that the victim is frightened and feels threatened by the presence of Mr. Farmer, and given the nature of these charges and that the defendant already had his bond reduced and couldn't stay away from the victim, we would ask that his bond be increased again. Thank you.
And Judge, I'm asking the court to deny the prosecutor's motion to increase bond. Mr. Farmer does have bond conditions, and those bond conditions allow him to be anywhere in the area of north of Puritan. So it sounds like based on Mr. Level, if I'm pronouncing that right, based on Mr. Level's own testimony for the situation with the picture, at least, it's undisputed that Mr. Farmer was not south of Puritan. Mr. Farmer is also wearing a tether. So if Mr. Farmer was present at the house next door, there would be a tether record to show that. I spoke with Mr. Farmer over the weekend. We spoke a few different times, and he asserts that he was not present at that house on the dates that Mr. Level alleged, and that if he was present, that his tether agent would have been alerted. Because like I said, it's part of the conditions of the tether, or like the tether boundaries, or how I'm supposed to say that he's not supposed to go to that location. And again, if he did, the tether would have been alerted. And Mr. Farmer didn't get an alert. I don't have any documentation that. So the allegations are easy. Part of the allegation is easily verifiable.
I just another case.
You're fading out. I couldn't understand that. Last part.
Oh, the last part. The allegation that Mr. Farmer was present at the house next door to Mr. Legal, that's easily verifiable with the tether record. And I haven't been presented with any of those records at this time. And I haven't received any information from the tether officer that Mr. Farmer's tether alerted that he was in an area that he wasn't supposed to be in. There's been no contact with the tether agent and Mr. Farmer that Mr. Farmer was in the area that he was located in and being parked.
Where does your client live?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Where does he live? Where does your client live?
On 7 Mile and Fenmore. Is that right, Mr. Brian?
He has no business over there near Puritan and Rutherford. None.
I mean, I understand the court's position on it. I mean, it's, and I'm trying to choose my words carefully. It's difficult to tell a person who lives in that area not to go down that street. Like, don't go to that street at all. And it's
not. If he wants to stay free, which was the option he was given to be out free, he was supposed to stay away from that area and stay away from this man.
And Judge, based on the information that I have, he stayed away from. He hasn't made contact with Mr. Level, and he hasn't been to the house. And that was my understanding is that was the order of the court, and he's complied with the order of the court.
Your Honor, I would just add that he was so in close proximity to the victim that the victim was able to get a clear picture of him from his phone.
Yeah.
And Judge, the testimony that came from the complaining witness himself is that Mr. Farmer wasn't doing anything in a harassing or threatening way or anything of that nature. If I could offer,
Presence is threatening. This presence to this man is threatening. Period.
if I could offer,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
okay. If I could offer this, Mr. Farmer's mail and everything still goes to that location. So it's my understanding that Mr. Farmer does send persons there to collect his mail and belongings and things of that nature from the house as the mail goes to the house, so he can stay on top of his business. So any allegation of his presence at the corner of Rutherford and Puritan is attributed to that. But Mr. Farmer assures me, and I'm assuring the court, that he wasn't present at the house that was next door to Mr. Level, because that's a direct violation of the court's order, and is easily verifiable again with the tether monitoring systems and the tracking portion of the tether.
I heard you say that, but I don't need that. I don't need to tell the monitoring system for them to come here and say that. I have sworn testimony at this point. That's all I need.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess
Mr. Sinclair, there's no further argument. I'm making my ruling now. Okay. At this point, your client's in violation of bond. No contact means that. No contact. He doesn't go anywhere near him. But he feels he has this need to. He got close enough to get his picture taken. So his bond is back at $170,000.
And Judge, as an officer of the court, I'm telling the court that Mr.
Sinclair, I just made my ruling. I mean, is this on something else, or is this on my ruling?
You said, is it what?
Is this on something else?
I mean, it was further argument about what we're talking about.
No, there's no further argument. Once I make my ruling, it's over. There's no further argument.
Okay.
So what? I can't say nothing.
Client need to turn himself in.
Mr. Farmer is asking if he could say something.
No. I've made my ruling. It's over.
He said no. And the bond is back at the 170. What was it, 170, 10%?
170 cash.
The motion says 170 cash or surety, 10%.
Well, that was the original bond. I believe the motion actually requested for 250,000 cash, but all of the court's discretion.
It's 170 cash.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Legal. We're all set. Once I'm done with court today, I'll give you a call and discuss everything with you.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Kitty. I was just sent over here by Judge King when I can steal a moment of the court's time.
So did he say he's not doing his exam over there?
Well, he said he's willing to, but he was trying to, since you guys have the lower case number, he's trying to gauge whether or not you guys would be willing to hold the Estes exam in your courtroom or whether or not he needs to keep it.
You're not gonna be ready on this, right?
Correct. No.
Our exam's been dismissed.
For the 245 one?
Yep.
Okay. There's a second case in front of Judge King though that's causing issues. That's the one that's scheduled for 10:45 in front of King. He's asking if you guys would be willing to hear that one.
Well, it's our case, we can hear, he can send it over.
Okay, understood. I'll let him know. Thank you.
And Judge, Ms. Brown is present on the call.
So now, the
I don't have a file, Your Honor. I don't have any information on the case.
What case?
Whatever case is coming over
King.
from.
What they going?
I guess we can get the APA from.
Yeah.
Judge King over here.
Miss Bonomo should come over for that one, I imagine.
Yeah.
And again, Judge, Lawana Brown is on the line in the yellow jacket. The screen says foreign boss nails.
I don't know. I don't think he was talking about it.
Yeah, I am. This is the one that was set for 3:30, and the court asked if I can get Ms. Brown on the line.
Oh, yeah, yes. You can call, Ronald Brown.
Calling case number 2059789, the people of the state of Michigan versus Lawana Brown. Defendant is charged with count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault, habitual offender, second notice. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Stoloff on behalf of people, P83358.
And Judge Christopher Sinclair appearing with it on behalf of Ms. Brown. P80512, present on Zoom.
Miss Brown here, under my nail business page name under Foreign Boss Nails. My name is Lawana Brown, and I'm present through Zoom today.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, as I spoke with you off the record, will not be able to proceed this afternoon. I do know that the court date was moved, and I know that Your Honor stated that you did notify the prosecutor's office. I do not have any note in the file regarding today's court date, so because of that, no subpoenas were sent. Just for the record, I would like to request an adjournment based on that, just for judicial efficiency, as this will be a refile. But obviously, I know the court's position. Thank you.
I couldn't really hear what the prosecutor is saying, but it sounds like the witnesses were subpoenaed. And well, I don't know what he said. I couldn't hear what he said. So I'm assuming it's not.
What happened was the court date got rescheduled. Initially, the prosecutor's office was not notified of that court date.
Okay, that's not true. That is not true, and I'm not gonna have you put that on the record. The prosecutor's office was notified, these dates were changed from December to March. And they were notified on several occasions. When we were first changing them, they were notified. And then they were notified afterwards because I had prosecutors come in here and ask what date they were changed to, and we told them what date they were changed to. So, because whoever in the prosecutor's office didn't do what they were supposed to do, that is not on the court. And I'm not gonna have you put it on the court that we're doing something or did something and didn't notify you. We did notify you. So they are not ready to go.
And Judge, I move for dismissal.
Madison Smith.
Thank you.
Ready on Arnold? Matthew, you want a copy of the ROA on this one?
Yes.
This is the third defendant.
The third defendant.
On, Teague and, Hicks. Recalling case number 2156149, the people of the state of Michigan versus William Arnold. Defendant number 3 is charged with count 1, carjacking. Count 3, stolen property, receiving and concealing motor vehicle. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Stoloff on behalf of the people, P83358.
Good morning, Judge. Neighborhood Defender Service by Glen P 8349.
Brown, please.
All right. Waive your client's appearance for the purpose of this hearing.
Yes, Judge, and I'm also standing in for the attorney of record, Joan Morgan, who's co-counsel on the case. And we'd be requesting to waive our client's presence for the purposes of today's hearing.
All right, client's appearance is waived. Matter is set for exam, April 22nd at 12:30.
And Judge, we don't have any paper or digital discovery on this matter, so we're requesting both.
We'll get that to you. This was transferred from another courtroom, so another prosecutor has it. However, once I receive it, I'll let it sent.
Thank you, Mr. Stoloff.
Thank you.
I need to know, go to them people, get this fucking go right to the motherfucking impound, I can do my fuck out. What? He ain't telling me nothing.
I think that's a Switzerland lady.
Ready, I'm Gregory Brown.
She's supposed to be off.
Calling case number 2058164, the people of the state of Michigan versus Gregory Brown. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. Count 2, weapons firearms, possession by a felon. Count 3, weapons ammunition, possession by a felon. Count 4, weapons felony firearm, habitual offender, second notice. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Solon, on behalf of the legal PA 3358.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jeanette Williams White, P 61864, on behalf of Mr. Gregory Brown, who is now present in the courtroom.
Mr. Brown, state your name, please.
Jamar Evans.
Evan?
Yes.
Your Honor, just for the record.
Hold on
Got
a
it.
second. You got two people talking at the same time. Is your name Gregory Brown or is your name
It's Jamar Evans, sir. When I got locked up, I had like a fake alias on file, so I used that one because I had something going on in Macomb. So, but they had my original name on file as well. So
you use Gregory Brown?
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right, that's your alias.
Yes, that's with the fake alias, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, but your real name is what?
Jamar Williams Evans.
Okay, yeah, all right. Thank you. Are people ready to proceed?
Your Honor, at this time, people are not ready to proceed.
Telephone?
Your Honor, we would motion that the matter be dismissed.
All right, matter dismissed without prejudice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Do we have Mr. Farmer outside?
No, Mr. Palmer, we have Mr. Banner.
Who? Oh, we can bring in Mr. Mansell then.
Yes, sir. Mr. Banner?
Calling case number 2058182, the people of the state of Michigan versus Rayshawn Palmer. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. Count 2, police officer assaulting, resisting, obstructing. This matter is scheduled for examination. Defendant has failed to appear.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Solon, on behalf of the legal PA 3358.
Good morning, Your Honor. Richard Bant on behalf of the defendant, Rayshawn Palmer, P39445. Your Honor, I don't have a phone number for the defendant, so I was unable to call him. But there is an address I sent the letter to, Washington, Detroit, that was in registered event. And I have not heard from him.
All right, keep yourself in, or any bond, maybe still be forfeited, new bond set, 30,000 cash.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, if I get a hold of him, I can.
You can bring me a little bit.
All right, is, Justina still on? Are we doing her? What are we doing?
Justina's was scheduled for noon, and that one I believe we are.
That's the one you already.
That's the one that I do know is probably here.
Hey, Madam Clerk, I'm still on.
Still right there?
Right.
Yeah, calling case number 2057741 of the state of Michigan versus Tina Calloway. Defendant is charged with count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Schooloff on behalf of people, P83358.
Good morning, Judge, to you and your staff. Justina Shabazz, P number 82743, appearing on behalf of Ms. Santia Calloway. And at this time, Judge, my client is present on Zoom. However, I would be addressing the court asking for her to also keep her video stopped for this proceeding as we address this small matter.
Okay, you're asking to do what?
I'm just, Judge, she's not properly dressed for court, and I did send over documentation, which I will be placing on the record to address that. However, I did inform Ms. Calloway that whenever she comes before the court, she must be properly dressed. However, she does have a cast on her arm, and it is difficult for her to actually put on her court clothing. She actually is only able to wear huge t-shirts at this time because it's easier for her to get on. She was involved in a car accident last week.
All right.
Ms. Calloway, would you just unmute and just place your name on the record?
Santia Calloway, appearing by Zoom.
Thank you. Judge, if I may proceed.
Sure.
Thank you, Judge. At this time, we're scheduled for a preliminary examination. I believe it's at 12 o'clock today. I actually received notification from my client, I believe it was last week, at the end of last week, regarding her being involved in a car accident. She was the passenger. She had documentation from the doctor. She does have a cast on, Judge, and I would have come to the court earlier. However, I was off last week, so this was the soonest that I can come in. Ms. Calloway has been exhibiting symptoms related to a concussion, and she was not aware of what a concussion was until I spoke with her and her grandmother spoke with her. Since the car accident, she has been staying with her grandmother to have her grandmother help her with her 2 children, and she has been very restless. She does have some pain medication that she is taking, but I would ask for an adjournment given the situation because this is a critical procedure and proceeding. I'm sorry, Miss Calloway has indicated that she has been going in and out of, well, she didn't know she was going in and out of consciousness, but someone would bring something up to her that she should have remembered, but she has been forgetting critical things this past week. She is to go back to the doctor. Her follow-up visit is March 23rd. She is trying to now go in sooner, now thinking that she may have a concussion, but she's not sure exactly what a concussion is. And so I would ask for this proceeding to be moved to a later date so that we can make sure that she does not have a concussion while she is holding this exam, and especially with all of the things that are going on with her after this accident.
Course discretion, Your Honor.
All right. All right, put this over to June 17th at 9:45.
That is a good day for a defense, Judge. And Judge, would that be in person for Ms. Calloway?
That's in person, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and is it possible for defense, for myself to actually still appear by Zoom, or would I also be required to come in person?
Is there a reason?
Yes, Judge. I understand that many of the attorneys have been, yes, medical reason. Yes. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Yeah, you don't care about those. She has to be in person.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Judge. And you and your staff have a great day. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes. Did you do the, oh, no, you don't. We do get some drone sketch. No. So, I don't recall.
I know. I didn't say it. First I got a chance, but Don. Yes.
They haven't called me yet.
I know, it's nice. It's the whole school. I was like, I get used to cutting the ball, sir. Or hitting it off the back.
Here's, Brown. Yes, ma'am.
You were standing making the dogs.
Hey, what happened to your ice?
I forgot my cup.
Be teaching this stuff.
Yeah, I just wanted to apologize. On the record, I was trying to state, and I clearly did this poorly, that the October 1st date, that was when the court moved it, and then I was trying to state that at a later date, the court did notify the prosecutor's office, that the report was filed by someone from our office, I'm not sure who. But that was just the reason that this was being brought that out.
Don't need to apologize. We have overreacted. I also apologize.
It's no problem, you're right. Someone screwed up. I'm not sure when, but we'll just reissue it.
Huh? What'd you say?
actually state that we were notified, so I believe that this is going to be coming up for the rest of like this week or so. So at least I can try and start to notify some of the ones that are a little bit further out to get a little bit better notice to some people, maybe not by tomorrow, but maybe towards the end of the week, if people don't notice where they can, at least for the officers, they can get in.
Right.
So Matt, I did print a docket for the next 2 weeks. That'll help you.
I would greatly appreciate that, and I can share it with Blair. So we can start.
Yeah, like whatever page
Sending
you
out,
guys have.
yes, we can start sending out some new subpoenas if they weren't sent out.
Okay.
I'm not sure who did what back then, because obviously I wasn't even in this courtroom, so I don't know if subpoenas were properly sent or what, so. Thank you.
Huh? About what?
You didn't hear it.
It'll go behind her right there.
I'm just gonna step out to the hall really quick to call the one actual witness who was planning on being here today.
Just behind us up on the screen.
What's that clear stuff?
Where, Matthew.
He stepped up. How's everything?
Checking in, counselor.
Hey, Miss Kitty, I'm back on the Lawana Brown matter. There was 2 things that I needed to address. Ms. Brown is on a tether, so I needed an order to remove the tether, and her vehicle was seized as relates to the charge. So I needed to, I guess, get an order to return the seized property. I don't know exactly if it was forfeited or if it was evidentiary hold or whatever the case may be. So I just needed to address those 2 items.
Can he deal with the dismissal, Judge?
Huh?
Can he deal with the dismissal? This case was dismissed.
That's on,
Brown, Lawana Brown.
I don't know why they would be holding her vehicle on an assault charge, so, I don't even begin to address that. I mean, if there's, I need the prosecutor back in first.
He's here.
You can call it.
Is he back on? Recalling case number 2059789, the people of the state of Michigan versus Lawana Brown. Defendant is charged with count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault, habitual offender, second notice. This matter is a recall.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Swallow, on behalf of the people, P88358.
And good morning, Judge. I'm Christopher Sinclair, appearing on behalf of Ms. Lawana Brown. And thank you for recalling the matter. I asked the court to waive her presence for the purpose of my request here on the record.
Waive her appearance for the purpose of this portion. Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. We were on the record earlier, and the court dismissed the case, but there were 2 items that I wanted to address or just get guidance on. However, I'm supposed to say that Ms. Brown is on a GPS tether, and I just wanted to know if the court would sign an order to remove the tether. And the other item is, it's my understanding that Ms. Brown's vehicle was being held as a result of this case. And I'm not sure if it's an evidentiary hold or forfeiture or whatever the case may be, but I just wanted to know if the court would sign an order that will require the prosecutor's office or the police department to return the vehicle.
Okay, well, as far as the tether, I signed the order of dismissal. That's enough to have the tether removed.
Okay.
We'll fact copy, you send a copy over to Wayne County, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll send a copy over this afternoon, by this afternoon, so she can go over this evening or tomorrow and have it removed. As for the vehicle, I don't know anything about that. You know, I don't know why they're holding the vehicle. If it was a forfeiture, then they have to, you know, they're required to follow those rules and give her notice so she can oppose the forfeiture. But I don't know why they would be holding it.
Okay.
This is a stump case, or was it?
That's correct. It was a phone.
And Mr. Stoloff, are you able to speak to that? If there's an evidentiary hold that needs to be released or whatever the case may be?
I do not know, Mr. Sinclair. I don't know if it was an evidentiary hold. I don't know if it was a forfeiture hold. If it was an evidentiary hold, so this is probably going to be a refile. So I'm not sure if, given that, if it is an evidentiary hold, I'm not sure if they would continue to hold it.
Hold a vehicle?
I don't know why they would.
I don't know why they would either. Have you talked to anybody over there?
No, I haven't. My paralegal reached out to the prosecutor's office and didn't get a result. So I'm kind of following back around on that to see.
You probably need to reach out to the OIC or the police, find out why they're holding it. And you know, I don't have an objection in being that the case is dismissed to, or even if it was active, returning the vehicle. I don't see a reason to return the vehicle. They're not gonna bring that vehicle to court.
Right.
As a piece of evidence. You know, they might bring a picture of it, and if they got it, they got plenty of time to take pictures. So,
I think I know why it was held. The allegations were that the defendant hit and dragged the complainant along with the vehicle. So that may have been why, but once again, I don't know why it needed to be held for this long.
I can understand them impounding it and then wanting to take pictures and things like that. But, you know, holding it after that, there's no reason. So, you wanna submit an order regarding the return of the vehicle? I don't have a problem with that. I'll sign that.
All right, thank you so much, Judge.
Okay.
That's all for me.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good day. Thank you.
I was trying to provide a explanation. I don't know why they would need to hold it beyond, you know, taking the necessary pictures or, you know, waiving any from the vehicle itself, but.
You ready, Mr. Mahan?
I don't know.
Yes, dear, I'm ready.
Calling case number 2155962, the people of the state of Michigan versus Carl Bivens. Defendant is charged with count 1, police officer assaulting, resisting, obstructing. Count 2, police officer assaulting, resisting, obstructing. This matter is for a probable cause conference.
Your Honor, Matthew Stoloff on behalf of the people, P83358.
Good morning, Your Honor. Nijad Mihan appearing on behalf of Mr. Carl Bivens, P59371. We have no objection to doing today's hearing by Zoom. Mr. Bivens should be available by Zoom, Your Honor.
Mr. Bivens, state your name, please. Mr. Bivens? Take your system off mute, please. State your name.
It's Brown.
Well, I'm talking to Mr. Bivens.
Okay, Carl Bivens.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Mahana.
Judge, I'm respectfully requesting that this matter be set for a preliminary examination. I do have paper discovery. I am seeking any and all body cam, scout car videos, dispatch audio with regards to this case.
Mr. Mahana, I did send paper and video to you on Friday, so you should have received video now.
Okay. Thank you.
How many minutes?
Give me your honor.
June 21st at 9 o'clock.
June 21st. Did you say 1 o'clock?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Yes, Judge.
That's a good day?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right,
Thank you, Senior Ben. Have a great day.
All right, you too.
Thank you.
Sorry, that was June what? June 21st.
Hi.
At 9.
Hi, I'm always early, right?
Hey,
Early bird. I have Mosley at 10:30,
you ready?
but no, because I've lost contact with Mr. Mosley.
Oh,
So this case goes back to June. That's when the PCC was, so.
really? Wow.
Yeah, I got my appointment right here. June 2nd was the PCC.
Oh, this is the one they read it through.
This was he allegedly spit on a Wayne County sheriff over at the jail. He was in custody at the time. He spit on this woman.
Yeah.
So, 14 minutes.
Okay, wait, my way. Communication.
Those Spartans. Those Spartans.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, this guy's in NDOC.
I mean, that got them into the tournament.
Huh?
I did. If you don't want to see.
They needed that one to get in.
Judge Mosley is
That's
in
the one, you're
NDOC.
Oh, all right, you can bring,
Mr. Glenn back
Mr.
in.
Glenn back in.
Yeah, that put them over, that's for sure. They had some good wins the last 3 weeks. And the only reason they got a chance to win, because that one guard, Michigan hurt him.
It is to say he's on hold from this game? He's on hold from this game?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I guess. Doesn't really give you too much information. You hear that, Matthew?
Yes, I did. I know it's also a little bit of a predicament because obviously they weren't rented out.
Right. He's at Marquette Ranch Prison.
Oh, Marquette.
Oh, well, if it's Marquette, I know that Marquette, they're not transporting anyone from the UP right now. Send out an email on Friday.
Where Mr. Is he gonna get him?
He must have went to the restroom.
Oh.
So, Mr. Whibley or Terrence Bowie, you do that.
Be back in if you don't worry about it.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Is my court stuff on here?
What's your name?
Morris Brown?
Morris Brown?
Yes, sir.
Well, I don't have a Morris Brown on my document.
But hold on, sir.
Yeah, we have a.
Yes, we
it's
do.
hyphenated.
Yeah,
His name is hyphenated.
Huh?
yes, it's hyphenated, sir.
Oh. We already did that, didn't we? What day did we set it for?
6/10/21, I think. I don't know. If
It was today.
Hold on.
Morris Brown.
Yeah.
Attorney Alex.
Next court date is June 10th at 12 p.m.
Ma?
June 10th at 12 p.m. In-person exam. All right?
Me?
Yeah, you.
All right.
And when you come back, Mr. Morris Brown, I don't do t-shirts. I don't do sweats. Dress for court, shirt with a collar.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay. The gentleman on the Galaxy phone. What's your name? You're still muted.
Samuel Philip Payton.
Okay. All right, we're still waiting on your attorney. That's fine.
I haven't even heard from one. I've been contacted by one. I've been trying to find out who he is or who she is, but haven't heard anything.
Yeah, they didn't assign nobody yet. They're doing it now, sir. I
right,
just
thank
called
you.
across the street.
Okay, I'll stand
All right,
by.
thank you.
No. There's a for felony, it's only one.
He's on the phone, they give him a minute.
No, it's not scheduled. You got a case number?
And the officers for that Estes case 245 is here.
I mean, can't find it. Are you finding it?
The one that was moved over
Oh.
from King.
That's your checkbook? You still writing checks, sir?
Managing client for the MDOC.
Oh, he is? Well, then, we need a, what, an adjournment?
Battery.
So like maybe what, next October?
This is Marquette.
Well, we can go up there for like a weekend ski and stuff. All right.
Oh, are we ready? Motion?
Good morning, Your Honor, Madam Clerk, Alvin Salen. I just got spot appointed on a PCC you have this morning on a Samuel Payton.
Yes, your client's on.
Okay. We'll just ask the scheduler for a preliminary exam, so I'm all set if you, whenever you want to call it.
Okay, we're waiting on the prosecutor. Oh, is it?
Thank you. I'll mute myself now until you call it.
Do you want me to put you in a breakout room with them so you can talk to them?
That'd be appreciated.
Yeah,
I would appreciate it. Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Did we do bowling?
No, but yeah.
Mr. Payton, notice there you
That
go.
one.
I don't believe we got that way now.
Ready on Alante Mosley. Calling case number 2055192, the people of the state of Michigan versus Alante Mosley. Defendant is charged with count 1, assault of a prison employee. Count 2, police officer assaulting, resisting, obstructing. Habitual offender for notice. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Good morning, Your Honor, Matthew Sola, on behalf of the people, PA 3358.
Good morning, Judge Richard Grant.
All right, I understand Mr. Mosley is currently incarcerated in MDOC.
That's correct, Judge. My understanding from the prosecutor is Marquette and they're not transporting prisoners. Currently.
All right, so we have to do him by the rules. Available March 25th at 2:45.
No, I have a 2:30 exam, March 25th. No, I'm jammed up. I'm that day is over.
March 29th at 2:45.
What time?
2:45.
Yeah, by Zoom, that should work.
Well, your client will be here by the.
Pardon?
The client will be here by Zoom.
Right, where would I be? In court?
In court.
Oh, okay, no, that's, then that's a problem. What about April 1st?
Nope. April 1st,
Court is closed.
I got court closed.
Yeah, it is closer.
Oh,
April 7th at 3 o'clock.
that's good. April 7th, 3 o'clock.
I said this is a one witness case. I need one.
I don't think this is gonna go, I can't imagine it. I have a trial Monday. Macomb County is supposed to start trials today, jury trials. But I don't know whether mine would go on Monday, April 5th. But we'll schedule this for April 7th at 3. If there's a problem, I'll call.
You're all right, well, it's actually gonna be a two witness case, one for count 1 and one for count 2. It's very different, very different, count.
So that's April 7th at what time?
April 7th at 3 o'clock.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
No.
No.
Mr. Salem, can I have your, P number?
Yes, it's 23797, and we are all set.
All right. Calling case number 2155947, the people of the state of Michigan versus Samuel Payton. Defendant is charged with count 1, controlled substance, delivery, manufacturing, marijuana, synthetic equivalents. Second offense notice, habitual offender, 4th notice. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause count.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Soloff on behalf of people, P83358.
May it please this honorable court, good morning, Your Honor. Alvin Salen, P23797, on behalf of Mr. Payton, who I see in our Zoom meeting, and we consent to have these proceedings by Zoom. Mr. Payton, would you please identify yourself for the record? State your name, sir.
My name is Samuel Philip Payton.
Thank you, sir. Your Honor, the record should reflect that I was just spot appointed. I've discussed this matter with Mr. Payton. We need discovery in this matter, including the body cam, any and all audio visual material in this matter. And we leave it to the court's discretion whether the court wants to schedule another PCC or schedule this for a preliminary examination. I did discuss with Mr. Payton, he has a statutory right to have his exam within 14 days. We wish to waive that right on the record so that we can fully obtain the discovery.
Mr. Stalin, now that I know that you're representing Mr. Payton, I can send discovery to you shortly.
Thank you. In my my email, let me give you my email address while we're on here. It's asalenlaw, that's ASALLEN law@gmail.
Thank you.
Get that.
All right, June 22nd at 9:45.
Is that a preliminary exam, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And I trust and hope for all of us that's live. I'm marking it down as live.
Oh, yeah, live.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Have a good day. Mr. Payton, I'll be in contact with you as soon as I get the discovery. Okay? Thank you.
That's June 22nd, 9:45.
So Judge Bowie is the remand back, the appeal.
Oh, let me see it. What is that?
I believe it should just find over.
I did notify attorney and defendant.
All right, well. You call it. Let's take this.
Calling case number 2056094, the people of the state of Michigan versus Terrence Bowie. Defendant is charged with count 1, operating while intoxicated, 3rd offense notice, felony, habitual offender, 2nd notice. This matter is scheduled for examination. Defendant has failed to appear.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Stoll on behalf of people PH 3358.
All right. Boyd failed to appear, case is shown there, and bond previously submitted of enforcement. The bond says $30,000.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe you have a copy of the appeal decision there, because Mr. Bresnahan wasn't able to find a copy, and I had the file is still up in appeals, so I had to make a duplicate.
So you need a copy of this.
If you could, that would be great.
Yes, Judge.
You want to see if you can get Mr. Portal and Mr. Miles?
Mr. Hordos is here, I just spoke to him in the hall.
Yeah, I think it's next door.
Okay.
He's outside, the, Mr. Hortus,
Yes,
he's right here. We're just waiting on the,
because he voted.
prosecutor.
Well, so he has one with me, he has one with Ms. Bonomo, who's next door, if he's going to come over here.
Correct. She has 2 witnesses on it, and they're here.
We can handle the dismissal that he has with me, if he wants, if he's available.
Let's see if we can get Mr. Nidus.
News?
And then 205.
However you pronounce it now. I have a friend with a name that's spelled very similar to that, and it's pronounced News, but it could be different, who knows?
See right there in front, bro.
We're calling ours first, right there.
Yeah.
Calling, we ready? Mr. Horace, you ready?
Ready.
Calling case number 2057067, the people of the state of Michigan versus Mario Estes. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons, firearms, possession by a felon. Count 2, weapons, ammunition, possession by a felon. Count 3, weapons carried concealed. Count 4, weapons, felony firearms. Count 5, weapons, felony firearms. Habitual offender for notice. This matter is scheduled for examination.
And good morning, Your Honor, from Neighborhood Defender Service, Jonathan Cordes, P7893, on behalf of Mr. Estes, who's standing behind me. Mr. Estes, can you state your name?
Yes, Mario Alexander Estes.
All right. Your Honor, this time the people are unable to proceed.
Defense moves for dismissal.
Yeah, this is dismissed without prejudice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Waiting while we put paperwork.
Okay, do we want to call the second case?
We gotta be able to prosecute it.
Understood.
You can leave your stuff there, we don't have nothing else.
Thank you. Appreciate it, thank you.
Not a problem. Started out rough, but it's going pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Is that somebody beeping?
Oh, that's the court report.
Oh. Sorry. It's okay, she was just asking.
Have you given that guy everything you need? Have you guys received all the things that you need now? What do you mean? Like you. Shells, everything. You got everything. It's still backlogged, right?
I'm on, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
So video was supposed to start, Kristen's bathroom, so they tore it all out.
Right.
And he decided she wanted this big jacuzzi tub.
Mhm.
So I bought one. They called me, I went to go pick it up Friday afternoon, picked it up, brought it home. It's the wrong color.
Always
All
something.
back up, take it back to.
Good morning.
Oh, there he is.
He's right here.
What's that on there?
I'm on the freeway this morning. Cut the freeway off. Are you?
It hit you? Oh,
You know it's big.
Yeah. Yeah.
you okay?
I'm fine. On the other thing, I haven't heard back from, but I sent him an
Oh.
That's tight.
Actually, yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, really tough.
This truck driver so crazy.
I'm trying to get up. I said, like, yeah,
I drive. It's so good. I see all the time.
I saw that once.
Yeah.
$2 down.
Yeah.
That's what my. He wasn't moving. Oh, right.
I sure have. I just kept telling my girlfriend, you don't take things to me. Thanks, ma'am.
He said, you just drive some crazy, man.
Yeah.
I was driving and people, I go a little fast, 5 over, you know, we get to 20 over the speed limit. And I'm like, dude, why? I mean, most of people, I just like, man, it's got this, it's like, that's all. Every time I listen to 950, getting crashes on 696, 96, where there's people that know how to drive and they gotta go. And no one thinks that they might be the one getting an accident.
I grew up right where like 275, 96, 95, like that whole junction.
Yes, but accidents over that way a lot.
That is a hot mess over there.
Yeah, yes it is, right in that area too. Oh,
Where everything just kind of comes together. I used to work over at Ford Road and Willie dangerous intersection, like it's actually not rated the most dangerous intersection in the state.
Where's it at? Ford Road and,
Ford Road and Lily,
okay, okay.
right by the IKEA.
And K.
Right, yeah, right by the IKEA.
Oh, yeah. I used to go out there. He says, oh, that's crazy. You see, they opening up all these states now. Yeah, I mean, that's.
Why is the court closed on the first? I didn't even realize it was.
I think it's game day.
Opening
Opening
day,
day,
okay.
yeah, opening day, because it's gonna be too busy
Yeah,
for people.
yeah.
And then the next day, you know, Good Friday.
But they raised the parking, price of parking, everybody.
Oh, man, that's gonna be
You know,
crazy.
from $8 to $40,
I didn't even realize
Right
that
now,
we
it's
were
fine.
gonna still be doing anything for opening day. Well, not coming anywhere near here.
Do you mind telling one of your officers to keep his mask up? I told him like 5 times. The little short one.
Yeah, I'm not sure which case he's here on, he's probably here on.
Oh, no, it's not yours. It's the other prosecutor's one.
I can still go and tell him.
Yeah, please do. They so disrespectful.
They don't listen to you, why you think they don't listen?
Say it again?
We're fake cops to them.
No,
They
no.
call us fake cops.
Speak for yourself.
No, that's what they say.
I'll go out there and I'm gonna pull this, that word.
Yeah, okay.
Serious. Because sometimes it's not just about fake cops. Sometimes some men don't want to respect the women. That's all that
That
is.
too.
That's what it is. They want to think you fake out.
Well, you know, that reflects on.
On him.
They don't.
They don't like their
women.
mothers. What they,
I dealt with that a lot in juvenile. Young men didn't like women because of their mothers. It is really hot today in here. You're not hot, Ty? Or you cool all the time?
You know, that's how we do.
You by yourself today, Judge.
So
Ty.
sometimes to me,
Give Tyrone access to the snacks again?
I always give her money.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't just
Yeah.
take them without giving them cash.
I asked, because, last week you were dogging her out, so.
Oh, no.
I never dog Kitty. Kitty,
Right.
Kitty, my little sister. I'm playing.
Yeah,
Kitty,
should
good
be.
people. Kitty,
Kitty, you gotta limit Pollock. Pollock is diabetic. He get mad. I get on him when he come here, come back and have all those. I be
You
like,
like that lemon, too. You just never turn them on to that lemon. The
Oh.
lemon kind, you don't have any.
I be
more.
on them.
I do, I don't?
I didn't think so. I was looking for it.
I'm gonna have to get some then.
They work good.
Yeah, I like the lemon ones.
With the Belvita.
Yeah, I used to always eat chocolate, but not that lemon.
They,
No.
crackers with lemon in them.
Oh,
Like the-
Lance.
Like the peanut butters I get,
Yeah, they do peanut butter.
but they have them with lemon in it.
Pretty good.
They're good.
Hey, hey, now, and she was mad at me. I put my hand and brought the clothes on my hair. Don't you even think about it.
Judge, you don't eat a lot of snacks.
Yeah, I think these snacks actually do stop. I'm trying to. Good job.
So how did the other part of the bathroom come along that you had to do?
Oh, come out really good, very nice. Finished the yard, management, and all that stuff. So now I gotta get my electrician back to do some stuff. And I bought these mirrors, and in the mirrors, they have the lighting is in the mirror. You know, so they have to all be wired up.
You see fancy, yeah, light them, put light.
I'm gonna have to get him a card, huh?
I can see Judge say, who's the fairest on the wall? Who got the best judge shot?
I like the
You
ones
judge, you.
they got the mirror with the TV in it.
Yeah.
Mirror with a TV.
That is a reverse, the TV with a mirror.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
You have it off.
What's a mirror?
Like a mirror.
Oh, that's kind of cool though. Like in your bedroom, you just sit there. Yeah, I like that. You got one of those?
No, I can't afford it.
Yeah, you know you got big money.
I'm waiting on my financial blessings. Somebody said they broke. I said, never say you broke. Always say you in between financial blessings.
Right.
You claim it, you might just be dead.
Yeah, I'm a full-blood brother, it always, I don't want to say broke, but sometimes my dollars get a little trying to clean.
You know, you can always come work for me. I got some houses I need cleaned.
See, that's cool. I'm thinking about getting, work for you.
I cut my customers down.
You cut your customer. Well, they cut you down.
No, they got a lot of activity going on, and I don't want to go in and out of the house.
That's cool. That's one. So you got like 5, 6 states open up. Oh, Texas, a lot of those states are opening up.
You think it's too soon?
No, I'm not. I mean, it depends on them. I don't know what
They were just in the worst state for everybody.
That's what I'm saying. They were worse and then they opened
All of a
up.
sudden, they just opened up.
I think it's too soon.
Unless they think they gave the vaccine to most everybody there. That seems kind of, that's what I'm thinking. It's a little too soon.
Because, I mean, say that for later, huh?
I can't get over it. It must not be meant for people.
You gotta be smarter than a fifth grader.
I'm like, I don't want to.
You need some help?
No, I don't need it. I'm just, I work in there. But you know, they're not that.
Is the prosecutor next door?
She is. She's coming soon as she finishes this. 'Cause I told her this our last one till 2:00. Right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get to it. Have you get a chance to call him?
Yeah, he said he was gonna try to find a shirt and call his client.
You know, I'm looking at that guy, Carl Bivens. And it's funny because when I was younger, I had, in junior high school, I had a fight with these 2 brothers. They're twins, Keith and Carl Bivens. I was trying to look and see if Dr. It's been so long. Like, it's that Carl. Because he looked kind of,
He was around that age.
yeah, but he looked old. I mean, but you never know. But I'm looking at him like, he looks, yeah. And he looked kind of like he ain't not tall, so. Man, it was a gang, they used to try to go for tough. I fought both of them in junior high school. That was funny. That's what I was looking at. He said, could that be him? They go, Mr. Nichols. Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh.
And that might be his one, yes.
It looks like that is Mr. Karan Ellis Cargill.
Hi, Mr. Cargill, I'm here.
Okay. What are we going to get up?
Yeah.
No, that's you. No, just our, property right now. It is property.
They got a waiver and then hopefully she's done.
Oh. We ready on, Calling case number 20-57023, the people of the state of Michigan versus Karan Ellis Cargill. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Stoll, on behalf of the people, PA3358.
Good morning, Your Honor. Patrick Nineheist, P76343, on behalf of Mr. Cargill, who is present via Zoom, and we consent to a Zoom hearing for this hearing, Judge.
Mr. Cargill, can you state your name for the record, please?
Hi, my name is Ronald Cargill.
Okay. And at this time, the people will get on the first speak today. Right.
Judge, I would move for dismissal. I'm sorry, I thought I heard that people were unable to proceed. And based on that, I would move for dismissal because we are ready to proceed this afternoon.
And that is correct, Mr. Nine, that's what I said.
All right,
Thank you,
matters
sir.
dismissed without prejudice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Judge, Prosecutor, and Ms. Kitty. And Mr.
Yeah, thank
Cargile,
you.
you can sign off.
You said sign off?
Yes, the case is dismissed.
Thank you so much.
No matter. So he pronounced it nine house.
Yeah. Now we know.
Yeah, yeah. Cause you said your guy, you know.
News is how I.
News.
Is how I.
Yeah, that's so.
I'm not sure what nationality that is. I think that's maybe Dutch.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's something wrong with that.
Sweet, yeah, yeah. Sweet.
I believe that's all of my matters, Your Honor, but I believe Mr. Nono has the last one that's coming from Dutch King.
Yep.
I can stick around if you need me for anything.
No.
All right, what? I can't get,
What
yeah,
do you
she.
get caught up on?
They get caught up.
Well, I've got to go and try and send out all these subpoenas for the next couple weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Go see if Mr. Moody and I can tackle some of that, but.
Okay, Judge. Okay.
How was your weekend, Jay?
Huh?
How was your weekend?
Oh, it's good.
Oh, look, it was APA extraordinaire.
How was yours? Birthday.
I'm not sure if he told you that.
Oh, that's fine, yeah, because I just saw him on there.
Yeah.
I had like 3 officers here, so. It's fine.
Call Mr. Good.
Um,
He's like,
I
text
So I don't, did I tell you about how like in 2 weeks, there was that mix up where.
I just texted that.
Yeah, I told you about that. With the, you know.
Oh, I thought that was just for that.
No. Yeah, so Katie was able to print off, some docket sheets from like Bill, that time period.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go, I can send subpoenas home out.
Right.
So I'm gonna go home, start sending out subpoenas like, as many as I can, as quick as I
But
can.
subpoenas in file.
Yeah. So pretty much, so Kitty and Judge Giles said that they did notify some of the people from this book. It was either, I talked to Blair, he said that he wasn't aware of it. He may have forgotten, I don't know. But they also said that it could have also been Christine, right, who, so you probably wouldn't know her because we swapped spots. So she transferred at the same time that I came in, she moved up to my old unit. I started at juvenile.
Oh, okay. When did you move to advance?
So early November.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started in juvenile for a couple months and I was in felony non-support for a year.
You were in what?
Felony non-support. Child support.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you don't pay your child support for
say, sounds boring. What do you do? Just go after people they don't really got.
So we issued the warrants there, and my rule of thumb was if you had over a year of missed payments, I would issue a warrant. Yeah, built up a year's worth of missed payments.
Family law, I don't know. When I first started, I'm like, what is family law? I'm like, right.
I have so much, I tell you.
I'm just. Or they, some people are
cool.
Yeah, I understand. 439, West Giles courtroom.
Hi, yes, I'm trying to figure out how to locate the courthouse because I have work today, but no one's answering my phone.
I'm sorry,
And then
Miss, are you the young lady that just called me and said your case was before Judge Williams? Okay, you have to call that courtroom.
I don't have that information, is what I'm saying.
Okay, then who are you calling?
I need Judge Williams.
Who are you calling? You said you've been calling and nobody's answering. What number are you calling?
The 36 district, I called the 36 district of Maine.
Okay, you have to keep calling that number.
That's probably enough notice.
All right.
It's not happy, I did something.
Ready to say happy birthday? Happy birthday, man. Yeah, you didn't call me on the third, so I only give it that.
Ooh, happy birthday. The love of your life.
You so silly. She didn't buy you that.
I text you.
Yeah, so how you feeling, bro? Hey, because I told Kitty I was going to call you on your birthday. That's a surprise. And I ended up spacing it out, so I went down to have a cigar. Down there. Get a cigar bar. This is fella, so. But yeah, man, we got to get together. Get together soon.
Restaurants are back open a little bit, so we do something.
Right. So maybe we have lunch or something, okay? Okay. I'll be calling you there, bro. You be safe, man.
All right, okay, cool, thanks, man.
Bye-bye.
They got a 145. Is their latest in Archer. But Long said that they good.
You good? Okay.
So, you know,
At least we'll put it out there.
I ask again when I leave, because, you know, it don't take me much to get in the car and go
And
home.
once I get there in the car, it's
It's a wrap. Hey, did you talk to Lou? After the fact?
No, you know what? I know he's still dealing with it. It's just a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So, I like it.
Okay, so I have
See, he forgot everything, that you even sent a text, and he forgot my birthday.
Right.
George Rheumatology, the office of Doctors Andrew Stewart, Omar Raju, and mid-levels Rebecca Whiteman, and Jared Mueller. Our options please listen carefully to the following prompts. If you are a physician or calling from a physician's office, press 1. To schedule, change, or cancel an appointment, press 2. For our office hours. Have you been to Crab and Karaoke? In Madison Heights. Nice. You get private room, small, $20, $5, $40. Small, whole like. Yeah, so you can borrow a couple like
That
this.
sounds like some Lion King music.
Yeah. Somebody like the Lion King. You know what? I don't like cartoons,
as an adult, but I'm gonna tell you, I watched Tom and Jerry. I laughed my heart out.
You didn't watch Tom and Jerry when you was a kid?
Yeah, but I'm saying as an adult,
Oh.
you know, it's animated and it's got real people in it.
Yes, it is.
You wanna laugh?
Yeah, I'm gonna let him know. Make him right.
You ready?
So, yeah, Mario. Hold it.
What's this, new case number on this?
The district court number is C10.
Here, I got you.
20, this one, like.
2006. Oh, you want me?
0967.
Yep, 01 after that.
Yeah, that's, he's here for what kind of criminal case you got?
We have.
Weapon, firearm, and weapons ammunition, right?
Yeah, I'm amended as well. For drugs.
Your call is now first in line.
Yeah, this is mine though. Yeah, because the one that did it was. Should I have defense counsel come in here or should I just wait until? Yeah. I don't want to.
I got a friend that does teeth. I can go to him. Oh, hey. About 300.
Thank you so much.
Your call is now first in line and will be answered by the next available representative. Thank you for your patience.
It's good to have someone that you can trust.
He's professional.
Your call is now first in line and will be answered by the next available representative. Thank you for your patience.
Here, he bought this teeth. It's, problem. Fix the mic.
Your friend.
For dermatology, can you hold on just a moment, please?
Sure.
Sure, I'm just enjoying your music for now.
Right.
Or like the kids.
That little one. Nasty.
Funny.
Hmm?
I gotta look, I gotta see who we're talking about. I see this thing. I don't know if I know it.
I think I should buy those to my grandma. They're not too sweet. Penny, where do you purchase those, at? Those biscuits? They're not too sweet.
The peanut butter ones.
Huh?
The peanut butter ones that you have down there, where'd you,
Yeah, I got peanut butter.
where'd you purchase them?
When?
Where?
Oh, Walmart or Kroger.
I think my grandma would love those.
They're not sweet, see, and that's.
No, they're good.
That's why I was talking.
I'll pass that to her.
Especially with
I
some
mean, I don't. Where's her, her fun.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's from Jessica.
I've been having a lingering headache for like 3 days.
Here's another 5. I'll put it away. Here's another 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you got some birthday money.
No, shut up. He's so silly.
They're waiting on you. I'm gonna.
Our sister fights you. We're gonna see if you call you and wish you happy birthday.
Yeah.
Mhm. We got 2 witnesses, I think.
Thank you for holding. May I help you?
Meet everybody here.
stipulations, sorry.
Let's go back up. Here. Can you see if you have anything? You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Calling case number 2060967, the people of the state of Michigan versus Mario Estes. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons, firearms, possession by felon. Count 2, weapons, ammunition, possession by felon. Count 3, weapons carrying concealed. Count 4, count 5, weapons, felony, firearm, habitual offender, fourth notice. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sarah from on behalf of the people, P84189.
And good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service, Jonathan Portis, P78948, on behalf of Mr. Mario Estes, who's behind me. Mr. Mario Estes, can you state your name?
Mario Alexander Estes.
Ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor, the people have 3 preliminary matters before.
Yes.
Your Honor, first, people move to admit pursuant to MCL 76611B1B, a certified copy of the defendant's previous felony charge of possession of a controlled substance less than 25 grams, contrary to MCL 333.7403285 on January 31st, 2018, December 8th, 2017. Can I move to the next issue, Your Honor?
Wait, I'm looking at it.
Oh.
Any objection?
No, Judge, I have to see.
All right, you admit it.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next, people move to amend the information to include the charge of MCL 333.7403285, possession of controlled substance less than 25 grams.
I'll object to that report date on that until the end of the proofs have been taken, see if it's supported.
Well, I mean, they could always move to add it. You know, and I require that they move to add it before, you know, we do the exam, so they come up afterwards, I'm gonna deny it because you want to put on notice.
Fair enough, Judge. We're on notice then.
All right.
And then lastly, Your Honor, people move to admit the preliminary drug analysis evidence tab number of 642110-2, stating the 21 pills recovered are oxycodone, and 1 pill of oxycontin, scheduled 2 drugs.
And Judge, I'll object to that because I do have, obviously, I understand that the court will allow, that the statute allows for the admission of preliminary analysis reports, but there is a reference in the police reports to using drugs.com to do drug identification. And I want to make sure that they actually tested something, and that this isn't coming in some sort of like hearsay within hearsay. I have some foundational questions for it. I do understand what the statute says though with regard to the admissibility of these reports.
Let me see the report first. You're entitled to challenge the 4 corners of that document.
May I approach?
There's a second page that goes with that, with the drug.com reference. I think that's, I just don't know if they're related. It'll depend on all.
Your Honor, do you want to see this or?
I want to, yeah, whatever you're trying to admit, I want to see that.
This is what I'm trying to admit, and then this is what the defense counsel is referring to. You want to look at that as well?
So you've had an opportunity to review the request for laboratory services document, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you're not challenging the four corners of that document, is that correct?
No, the foundation for the document. I think that testimony will reveal that, I'm supposing, based on what's put in the police reports, that the officers did not actually run a chemical analysis on this of any kind, that it was done through a comparison to information found on the internet from drugs.com. This has happened on other cases. Obviously, I don't know what the officers are going to say exactly, but I suspect that that's what's going to happen. It was in their reports.
Anything to add to that?
Your Honor, I would just say at the preliminary exam stage, this is the MCL that allows us to come in through this report. Okay.
It still has, this is a preliminary analysis. They still have to say that a preliminary analysis was conducted. You know, it's one thing to say, I looked at in a book, or I made a telephone call, and they said that these fields are, this would look like this. That's different. That's not an analysis. That's just a comparison. You want to do the preliminary comparison, take it for that and use the appropriate weight. But you're admitting you want to admit the analysis. So I'm gonna have to have someone say that the analysis was actually done.
But a test was actually done, not just looked up on.
Not just looking at, exactly, right. So I'll hold this in advance now.
And then I just moved for a mutual sequestration order.
All right, witnesses testifying. Do you have an officer in charge?
I don't believe that they are here.
Okay. Witnesses testifying today at trial, any future hearing will be the courtroom or be denied that future testimony. Right now, only person I have on Zoom is Mr. Harley.
Yes, just in case.
Make sure your system's on mute.
Yes, it is.
All right, you can call your first witness.
Your Honor, this time people will call Officer William Zello. Zello.
Morning.
Ronald. I need Williams. Friday on my time. Yeah, Williams. Yes. And I need Gaines. No.
Yeah, wrong with.
Hello, please.
You swear or affirm that the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you come up, go to the door, quick, and speak, please.
Morning.
Good morning.
Can you please restate your name for the record, please?
William Ziola.
And are you currently employed at the Detroit Police Department?
Yes, ma'am.
In what capacity?
I'm a sergeant at the 11th Precinct Special Operations Unit.
And for how long?
I've been with the Detroit Police Department for 25 years.
And were you employed in this capacity on October 20th of 2020?
At that time, I was working at the 8th Precinct as a police corporal.
Did you in fact work on that set date?
I'm sorry?
Did you in fact work on that set date of October 20th of 2020?
Yes, that was it.
And were you by yourself or with a partner?
You said October 20th?
My apologies, Your Honor, it's October 1st. Can I add to that, Your Honor? Okay. Were you employed in this capacity on October 1st of 2020?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you in fact work on that date?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you by yourself or were you with a partner?
I had two partners, Michael Elhaj and Officer Perkins.
Were you in full or modified uniform?
Modified uniform and an all-black Ford Taurus, semi-marked.
And did your duties as a police officer take you to the area at or near 18401 West 8 Mile Road in Detroit?
Yes, ma'am.
And while at or near that said location, did you observe something that drew your attention?
Yes.
And what did you observe?
While traveling northbound on Glastonbury, approaching West 8 Mile, I observed the defendant seated in the front row with the checkered shirt, standing on the sidewalk with a group of individuals in front of Roseland Bar.
And can you point to the individual that you seen? I'm sorry, to state something else, state something he's wearing again?
The black and white checkered shirt.
Your Honor, may the record reflect identification of the defendant?
Record reflect.
Thank you. And what observations did you make of the defendant?
As I was traveling northbound on Glastonbury, I observed the defendants quickly break away from the group of individuals and walk northbound on the sidewalk at a fast pace. As my vehicle paralleled him, I observed a large L-shaped object in his front right-hand pocket. And at that time,
Your Honor, I would object to speculation. He observed a large L-shaped object in the pocket. It seems like speculation.
Well,
Something else.
speculation.
Be something else to say it was a bulge, but to say an object, I think it's speculation.
Your Honor.
No, except he's not saying what it is. He just said he saw a large L-shaped object. That's a description. It's not speculative. I'm making it very descriptive. All right, go on.
Okay, to start over again. So what did you observe?
So I observed the large L-shaped object in his front right-hand pocket, which were tight, he was wearing tight jeans.
Right, jeans?
Yes.
And what, if anything, happened after that?
He increased his speed walking towards the entrance door of the Roseland Bar, which is on the corner of that location. It's on the southwest corner. Then he began frantically pulling on the door, trying to get it open, and then pounding on the door saying, let me in, let me in. But the door was locked. At that time, I approached him quickly and detained him, patted down the object that I believed to be a handgun, and removed a .357 handgun from his front right pants pocket.
Was that handgun loaded?
Yes, it was.
Did you recover anything else off the defendant?
That's all I recovered.
Did you observe anyone else recover anything off the defendant?
Yes, I observed Officer Elhaj recover suspected pills from his, I believe it was his jacket pocket.
How many pills were there?
I don't have that in my report.
Okay. Did you place the gun on evidence?
Yes, I did.
Do you remember that tag number?
I'm sorry, I don't.
If I show you, okay, do I just read that into the record on that tag number? I'm just asking for the tag number, you said will stipulate, so should
Oh,
I?
yeah, you just read it.
Pardon me?
Yes.
Just read it in?
Yeah.
Okay, evidence tag number for the weapon is 642110-1. And, officer, was the weapon loaded?
Yes, ma'am.
And evidence tag number for the ammunition, 642110-1.
Stipulated ball.
All right.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, so you indicate that you see this person, you see what appears to be an L-shaped object. They're at the front door of the bar. You get out of your car, right?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
They're at the front door of this bar, correct?
No, not initially. Initially, they were on the sidewalk on the side of the bar, around 20 feet or so away from the entrance door, which is on the corner.
At the time that you exited the vehicle, the person was at the entrance.
Yes,
Now, you immediately went to that person, correct?
that's correct.
And you and your partners placed your hands on that person, correct?
I did, for sure. I'm not sure of the harm.
Okay, and when I say place your hands, in fact, you grabbed his arms, right?
I don't recall what I touched first.
Do you recall any of your partners touching his arms or holding him still?
Again, I don't recall. I didn't see the video, and it's been some months. I don't recall exactly who touched what when.
I'm gonna play something for you. I want you to let me know whether or not you recognize what I'm going to show you. One moment, please.
What's the purpose? Give me all the proof.
It's for the validity of stop, Judge. The body worn camera footage for the validity of the stop and seizure.
Give me all the proof. What do you think?
It's impeachment, Judge. It fundamentally goes to the sequence of events and whether or not the Mr. Estes was properly patted down before he was seized. Whether or not they followed correct procedure is what I'm getting at. It's a Fourth Amendment, Judge.
Okay. When you say whether or not they follow the proper procedure, I'm about legally or procedurally with the DPD rule?
Legally.
Go ahead.
Oh, you know what, Judge? It looks like I can't share my screen.
You'll be able to share it now.
Can you see that screen?
Yes.
Can you see the screen there?
Yes.
All right, I'm just going to play this forward for a bit and ask you for if you recognize anything in a second. Okay, so I'm pausing here at about 27 seconds. Is this the front of that bar that you were talking about?
Yes.
And this is a body worn camera?
Yes.
Now, that accurately represents the circumstances of the stop and encounter that night?
That appears to be possibly myself and the defendant standing at the doorway.
Okay, Judge, move for admission of defense exhibit A, the body worn camera. In this case, it includes LH's body.
Any objection?
No, you don't.
Wait a minute.
All right, playing from 27 seconds forward.
I got my.
Right, pausing at 32 seconds. So after having reviewed that clip and that footage, you would agree that the other officers had their hands on Mr. Estes, correct?
Right.
And they were in the process of holding his arm still, correct?
Right.
And while that's going on, that's the time that you're doing your pat down, you're saying?
I really don't know. And actually, I don't believe so. I believe it was before that.
Let me backtrack a little bit. Playing from 16 seconds. So pausing at 29 seconds. What is the name of that officer that's standing behind Mr. Estes?
That's Officer Perkins, and then I am to the right of Officer Perkins.
Okay, and you say this is at the time that you're doing your pat down?
I'm sorry?
You said this is the time that you're doing your pat down?
Well, from looking at the image, I don't know exactly what I'm doing right there. I can't even see myself other than a chevron on my shoulder.
Okay, so you're on the opposite side.
Right.
Of the viewable area.
Right.
Pressing play at 29 seconds. And I'm gonna stop at 30. All right, so you say that you do this pat down, you do a recovery of the weapon, and nothing else, right?
I'm sorry?
You say you do this pat down and you recover the gun, right?
Correct.
And that's all you did?
Yes, I believe Officer Ash recovered the pills, not me.
I have no further questions, thank you.
Anything further?
Obviously, you stated that you were with partners that night?
Yes, ma'am.
So how many were you in the car?
3.
And was Officer Perkins in the car with you?
Yes, he was.
Where was he located at?
In the back seat.
Okay, is that a video of him making, get out of the car first and reaching the defendant?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Did Officer Perkins make it to the defendant before you did?
Before I did?
Yes.
I don't believe so. The video we just saw was Officer Elhash's.
That's the body cam from Elhash?
The one we just saw was Elhash's body camera, yes.
Right, that one shows Officer Perkins, you could see him clearly. And then Officer, Yolo was on the other side of Officer Perkins. You really couldn't see him at all. And then it had Officer, Elhaj?
Yes, sir.
Elhaj is the one that's running up.
Okay. Okay, nothing further yet, Your Honor.
Any further?
No recross, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. No. Oh, thank you.
MICHALELHA. You swear or affirm the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? I do. You come up, try to speak, put the door away, please. And proceed.
Morning.
Good morning.
Can you please restate your name for the record?
Michael Elhash?
Are you currently employed as a Detroit police officer?
Yes, I am.
And in what capacity?
8th Precinct Special Operations,
For how long?
7 years.
Were you employed on this capacity on October 1st of 2020?
I was,
Did you in fact work on that day?
yes.
Were you with a partner or by yourself?
I had 2 partners there.
What were your partner's names?
It was, at the time, Corporal Ziola and Officer Perkins.
And did your duties as an officer take you to the at or near 18401 West 8 Mile Road in Detroit?
Yes, it did.
While at or near that location, did you observe something?
Yes, I did.
What did you observe?
We approached, it's a bar. We approached the bar in our vehicle, and I observed a male standing in a group. And then as we got closer, he separated himself from the group and tried to leave the location.
Did you make any other observations about that individual?
Yeah, so the individual was wearing a really tight jean outfit, and I could see what I believe was, or what I knew pretty much was a gun in his pocket.
Can you
Your Honor,
describe
I'm
that?
gonna object for speculation on that one.
That's the thing, you can, their foundation.
Can you describe the object that you observed?
It was an L-shaped object in his pocket.
Do you see any of the individuals that were there that night here in the courtroom?
I do.
Can you point to that individual and identify something they are wearing?
It's white and black checkered button-up.
Your Honor, may the record reflect identification of the defendant?
Record service plan.
And then what happened next?
My partner tried to make contact.
When you say my partner, which one is it?
I'm sorry, Officer Ziola.
Okay.
He tried to make contact verbally, and then the individual started to hurry up and try to get inside the bar.
What if I did you not?
We exited the vehicle.
Who's we?
I'm sorry, myself and my partners exited the vehicle. I then ran up to the individual who was trying to get into the bar, but the door was locked. He couldn't get in. So then at that point, we got him in custody.
Okay. Were you there first with the defendant, or who was there first with the defendant? Just now.
I would say it was pretty simultaneous. We both approached it at the same time.
When you say we,
Me and Officer Ziola.
okay. And did you recover anything off of the defendant?
Eventually, yes.
Okay, what did you recover?
After we had him in custody, I recovered some pills.
Okay, remember how many pills?
I believe it was a total of 22.
Okay, did you place those on evidence?
Yes, I did.
Okay, let's do it. Okay. For the pills, the evidence tag number is 642110-2.
So stipulated.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay. You indicated that you observed this object, this L-shaped object, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, you couldn't see the object itself, it was obscured by clothing, right?
Correct.
And so you had suspicion about what you thought it was, but you couldn't know for sure, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you said that you and Ziola approached this person at roughly the same time.
Yes.
Now, Did you conduct a pat down of, Mr. Estes?
Are you talking about initially, or
At any time.
when you first made contact, I was focused more on detaining my partner to the pet down.
Okay, and the other officers, did you or did anybody else put your hands on Mr. Estes when you approached him?
Yes, I would have, yes.
Okay, and when hands were placed, those were placed on his arms, right? To hold his arms still?
Yes.
Okay, and hold them up, right?
I don't remember which position I used, I just know I eventually touched him and put him in handcuffs. I don't remember exactly the motions that I used.
Okay, and would you agree with me that his arms were, that you or another officer grabbed his arms before he was patted down for anything?
I don't remember, I remember it being pretty simultaneous. If it happened slightly before or after, I'm not sure.
Okay,
I remember it was like pretty simultaneous.
Would you agree with me that this all happened rather quickly?
Yes.
And I know you indicated that Ziola was trying to give verbal commands, and don't tell me what he said. Did you make any inquiries, without telling me what was said, did you make any inquiries on Mr. Estes before you placed your hands on him?
What do you mean by inquiries?
Did you ask him any questions?
Not immediately, no.
So first action, you go up to him, you place your hands on him to secure him, right?
Yes.
And then you make your recoveries after.
I would say that's fair, yes.
Now, did you run any type of testing or anything against the pills in question?
We don't do field testing.
Okay,
Well,
so
I don't do field testing.
So you did not perform any substance testing?
No.
No chemical analysis?
No.
Who filled out the preliminary analysis form then?
Are you talking about the form we submit to narcotics?
Yes.
I don't remember which officer did it, but it would probably be me or one of my partners.
Okay, so if I've got a preliminary analysis form that's got LH listed as the complainant, that would be you filling out that form?
Yes.
I don't have any other questions, thank you.
Briefly, Ryan. So you stated that your partner, Ziola, gave a verbal command to the defendant, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then as you were approaching, the defendant was trying to get into the bar?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, nothing further, Your Honor.
No recross.
Thank you.
Okay. He's not on there. It's okay yet. Never mind, I see it.
What's the last name?
Gaines, Gaines.
Where are you from?
I do.
Right, come up, please. We'll do it for you.
Morning,
Good morning.
can you please restate your name for the record?
Corporal Bashan Gaines.
Are you currently employed at the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
In what capacity?
Work at narcotics prisoner processing,
All right, for how long?
over a year.
Pardon
I've
me?
been there over a year.
Over a year, okay. Were you employed in this capacity on October 1st of 2020?
Yes.
Did your duties bring you into this investigation of the defendant?
Yes.
And did you order a request for like preliminary laboratory service for the controlled substance that were obtained in this case?
Yes.
Okay, can you please describe to the court the procedure of testing those substances? Were they test or were they just research online?
The pills were verified. I verified the pills through drugs.com. The officers will call beforehand and they will speak to poison control. Whether it's Wayne State Poison Control Center or Poison Control, they will speak to them and confirm them first. And then they will bring the pills down, if they're pills, to me, And I would, if I'm the tester, which I was on this case, I would verify the pills through drugs.com.
Was there any kind of testing done? Any kind of, it was just verified on the website, is that correct? For these?
As far as the pills, yes, I would have to actually look at the actual lab sheet to give you a complete confirmation about that.
This lab sheet?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yeah. I stand corrected. The pills were ran through our TrueNarc system. I ran it through the TrueNarc system.
And can you explain to the court what the TrueNarc system, what is that?
TrueNarc system is a device that you put narcotics up to, whether it has two different types of scans. It has a H scan, which wasn't done in this case. I did a direct scan, which is I held the pill up to the device and it reads it it's thermogenic. It reads it and it gives you the name of what the pill is or what the drug is.
No further questions, Your Honor.
One second, thank you. I see a notation on the same form that you've got in front of you under the section that's circled pills. It says T/T something poison control. Do you see that?
Yes, yes, sir.
Does that T/T mean talk to?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when you were talking earlier about the verification process, you said talk to poison control then, right?
The officers, yes.
Okay, and so that's the notation that's there. And you said that you also do a drugs.com check, right?
I would if I didn't do a TrueNarc scan or like test the pills, whether if it was chemical or TrueNarc, I would run a drugs.com. In this case, I didn't run a drugs.com. I ran a TrueNarc scan. That's why I asked to see the lab sheet, where I can give a accurate account of this day.
Forgive my confusion. First you said drugs.com, then you said TrueNarc.
Yes.
Now, with respect to TrueNarc, did you receive some type of printout from that or report that indicated, like a spectrography, if I'm saying that correctly, of the chemical analysis?
Yes, and it's notated up under scan number 249.
Okay. But you don't have that form in front of you, right?
Not in front of me.
And do you know if that form was handed over to the prosecution or anybody else in this case?
It should have been. I didn't type up the case, I only tested.
Okay, so what you're seeing in front of you is a summary, but not the actual analysis, right?
The preliminary lab sheet.
Okay, so you're not looking at the underlying data that says this substance is this, right?
Correct.
And you're relying on that sheet entirely for your memory of what test was actually done in this case, right?
Yes.
Because it wasn't until you viewed that sheet that you remembered that you did TrueNarc and not drugs.com.
Can you repeat that?
Because it was not until you looked at that sheet that you recalled using TrueNarc instead of drugs.com.
Correct. The reason why I said that is because our machine went down late last year, and that's how we were verified. And I had to remember that maybe this case I didn't. So that's why I needed to look at this lab sheet, and this lab sheet recollect my memory that I did a TrueNarc on these pills, and that's why it says scan 249, because that's what it's kind of under.
Okay, fair enough. Do you recall what date the machine was down?
Objection, Your Honor, relevance.
It goes to the credibility of the evidence in a way.
No.
Fair enough. Do you remember, I guess, my follow-up question would have been, do you know why the machine was down?
It's not relevant. There is no follow-up question.
Okay, understood. I have no further questions for this witness. Thank you.
Anything further?
No further people, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Any further witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any witnesses?
No witnesses for the defense.
Motion.
Your Honor, this time people respectfully request a bind over on all charges and reserve argument.
And Judge, I would
Including the amended charge of possession.
Correct, Your Honor, yes.
And Judge, I would move to suppress the evidence in this case. I can play that body camera footage for you again, but I think it's the officers have their hands on Mr. Estes and have his arms held. They placed their hands on him before they did the pat down, before they did the recovery of the gun. I think that this is a full-on seizuring and detention.
Well, first of all, that's not in the record and that's not in the video. It doesn't show when they did the pat down in the video.
It does,
So
it shows the recovery of the gun, Judge, if I could play it for you.
I saw it. No.
I would add, Judge, that I don't believe reasonable suspicion has been established to support the seizure in this case. That simply observing a bulge or an L-shaped object and a person walking away towards a bar is not a reasonable suspicion that criminal activity is afoot. The officers indicated that this all happened very quickly, that they did not really make any inquiries or questions of Mr. Estes. Normally, you would anticipate officers approaching someone who they suspect having a gun saying, excuse me, sir, do you have, can you please step over here and ask a few questions? Do you possess a CPL? Now, I know this court has problems, particularly with that line of questioning, but it's normal for them to do that sort of thing. At that point, if they believe that the person is in possession of a weapon, they should conduct a pat-down pursuant to Terry versus Ohio. Now here, though, it looks like what they did was they jumped straight from observing this L-shaped object to grabbing him and doing this pat-down. And I think that that's out of order. They didn't do the necessary steps to form the reasonable suspicion that would have justified the pat-down. And I think basically by skipping that step, they created a suppressible issue.
Your Honor, I would just make a statement that they had reasonable suspicion. 2 officers testified that the defendant was wearing tight clothing, blue jean outfit with an L shape on his side. Officer Viola gave a verbal command to the defendant who did not listen, who continued to go into the bar, pulling on the bar door, making statements that the officer testified to let me in. So officers made that location, spoke with the defendant, stopped the defendant, headed him down. They had every reason to get reasonable suspicion. They saw an L shape. They saw him trying to flee. And doing so, they recovered a weapon, ammunition, and drugs. So people, again, respect the testifying.
When having heard the evidence and argument, the testimony as follows. First, I heard from Sergeant, Sergeant Viola, who testified that on October 1st, 2020, he was on patrol with 2 partners, modified uniforms, semi-marked car in the area of 18401 West 8 Mile. He observed the defendant standing on a sidewalk next to the bar, that he quickly walked away from the crowd that he was standing with towards the front of the bar. As he did so, he observed a large L-shaped object in his front right-hand pocket. He was wearing a tight jean outfit. He approached them, had them down, removed a .357 handgun that was loaded. The stipulation as to the evidence number, and he observed Officer Elridge recovered suspected kills. We heard from Officer Elridge, who testified same date, same time, same place. He observed the defendant with the L-shaped object in his pocket. They recovered pills from him and tested 22 pills. We heard from Corporal Gaines, who testified that he was the narcotic prisoner processing, that he actually tested the pills in the True Narc system, and they tested positive for, what is it?
It was oxycodone.
Oxycodone. I mean, it's a question of fact. I don't find anything. I find that there was reasonable suspicion. They based on the observation and the defendant's actions, they did what they were supposed to do. They approached him. That Officer Viola made certain commands to him. That he continued to attempt to get inside the bar. Fortunately for him, the door was locked. They then got to him, detained him, probably and took the weapon off him and the pills. What's the fact? Court finds that the felonies enumerated in the complaint or in the complaint and warrant in effect occurred in the city of Detroit. Probable cause of this charge is sustained and be bound over the Wayne County Circuit Court Criminal Division for further proceedings. Agreement on information will be March 22nd, 21, 9:00
Thank you, Judge. And clarification on that account, that was the 4-year possession charge, correct?
Yeah, it was a simple possession.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just want to make sure I.
Madam Prosecutor.
Yes.
Thank you.
Do the sign.
Wait, what?
I don't remember this. Does this court have us sign a paperwork for health?
I didn't.
We don't sign a paperwork for health, right? I can't remember what court was in.
For what?
There's like a notation for like who held the exam, or something like that. We don't do that. Just checking. Everyone be safe.
All right, you too, man. Take care.
Thank you for obliging.
Thank you very much.
You don't say it.
He is supposed to be a neighborhood defender.
I can't believe it.
Huh?
Yeah. He should have, he's the one who
Your Honor, with all respect, sometimes when your mic, you can't hear, they can't hear you back here.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't say nothing last time.
I said, you know, because he's a big fella, he probably thinks they could hear everything.
Yeah.
Normally complaining, I'm yelling at him.
Yeah.
But long as she heard, I'm saying that she could hear it. She would tell him, if she could hear
Oh, what happened? I didn't hear.
it. She could hear it.
You know, but see, she didn't hear you.
She was
I was on the
waiting.
phone.
Additional charge of possession.
Where the prosecutor go?
That's good.
I need her P number and I need the charge. They're trying to-
Okay, here, I
You
have
wanna
her.
get a- here,
Give me that.